So one squad's headed to the radar site to upload the sabotage program, while the other attempts to hack the UAV signals. This operation hinges on 2 units?
There's a third. The Baby Magnum has completed the flotation parts exchange and is moving to point 3.
I see. In your professional opinion, when will the object showdown begin?
Wars are unscripted chaos. There's no way to be completely certain.
Oh man, this really sucks. There's no green room and no one here to help me with my makeup. Hey, the war isn't going to start for a while yet, right? Don't you have any snacks to help me stay perky?
Here you go.
I hate it! I hate it! I hate this stupid place! I despise this military theme. That sleazy manager telling me I needed to differentiate myself, how it's going to make me more marketable. But that's not the only reason I agreed. When he suggested this, I said okay, even though it didn't interest me at all. I came here for Quinther. That know-it-all is nowhere to be found. How am I gonna rub his nose in my great comeback if I can't find him? Is that stupid smarty pants Quinther trying to hide from me?
Quinther, you aren't hurt?
All thanks to this thing. Charles wasn't so lucky.
What about Nutsray?
He disappeared. He was... I saw his smirk.
Traitor!
Or he's a spy. Nutsray destroyed the PC with the sabotage program. Now that we can't upload the sabotage program to the UAVs, we can't continue the operation. We need to contact HQ and the unit headed to Point 2 immediately. They have to know.
Unfortunately, my comm unit is sending out sparks right now.
Perfect. Without piggybacking on your unit, my comms don't have the range. As things stand, we have no way to communicate.
That's not our only concern. A UAV will have heard the gunshots and must be on its way.
Hold on, we can't let Nutsray escape. He left footprints.
There's no time to track our prey. We can't allow ourselves to be captured or killed. That traitor has to be reported.
How exactly do you propose we evade the enemy UAV?
Don't worry about it. I've found a route that the UAV won't be able to follow us.
The entrance to the mine shafts?
The UAV requires regular updates to its flight plan. That's the one place we can go that it can't.
This just went from bad to worse! Damn it! How did the bloody wing balancer end up practically sitting right on top of us?
Well, the Baby Magnum's to our rear. It's time for them to face off.
That's bad. The Faith Organization's object is supposed to be in a standoff with Indigo Plasma. Our plan was relying on it. Maybe something happened and our friends have already started retreating back to base. What if they saw this operation failing and decided to book it?
Failing? Quinther, you idiot. Did you totally screw this up?
What are we gonna do now?
Hightail it. That's a hostile object. That Leviathan has us so outgunned. There's no way in hell we can hope to take it on.
This is no time to panic! Now calm down. Let's think about it. We can tie a white handkerchief to the muzzle of one of our rifles, but I doubt the enemy will give us a pass.
You're right. Sorry. I'm good now.
All right. What a damn mess. Giving pep talks to my squad mates before they crack? Not part of my job description.
Hang on, I just remembered something.
If it's where your ex-girlfriend's birthmark is, I'm not interested.
Something I overheard back at the base. The analyst was saying the wing balancer might have bridge-making equipment built into its design.
You mean that monster can just build any bridges it needs?
That's right. And if the wing balancer is going after the Baby Magnum, which is right behind us, it'll have to cross these cliffs. When it does, it'll use its bridge equipment.
Then we sabotage it while it's distracted, and send it plummeting to the bottom of the gorge.
We're actually planning to fight it?
There's nowhere to run. We might as well make a stand.
What good are these pea shooters against a behemoth like that? Anti-tank missiles are like spitwads to an object.
While it's busy extending its bridge-building equipment, it should be up on its tippy-toes, right?
So we have to wait until it's off balance. Then we'll swat it down with a focused barrage.
It's focused on our object, not a bunch of ground troops. So now's our chance. Once it realizes we're a threat, it's game over. Keep the bastard's center of gravity in mind. On my mark, we all fire together.
Big surprise. Doesn't matter who they team me up with, I end up fighting for my life.
Here we go!
You can fly?
Cookman!
Blasty!
You okay? You think you can move? Mjolnir!
We have to help them, Blasty and Cookman. We have to hurry. We need our help. We have to rescue them.
Listen, Mjolnir. The others, they're...
I saw what happened. They're all gone. But we should at least go recover their dog tags.
It's not possible, I'm telling you. Now we can't spend any more time on the dead. We're surviving, the two of us.
You're delusional if you think we'll survive this. Even if we escaped into the mine shafts, those are Faith Organization facilities.
That's right. It might stink, but it's 100 times better than fighting an object, and it won't be as cold. Incoming satellite data! Energy reading detected at Peninsula Point B17. It's assumed to be an object.
Didn't expect the wing balancer to make the first move. Did you hear that?
They're confident, but why?
Since Baby Magnum's a first gen, they might not be taking us seriously.
And our plan?
Nothing changes. You stay alert out there. And if the wing balancer suddenly shows up, I suggest you try shooting first.
Received.
This is strange.
There isn't a single soldier on guard duty.
There weren't any security cameras covering the entrance.
This is a military coal facility, isn't it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
How strange. These are all written in the legitimate kingdom's language.
Thank you for the clean water.
Why even have these books? Are they trying to learn our language?
Then it must be a facility where they train their spies.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, right? The work is too sloppy. This is our country digging a well?
It must have been built with the money donated by the people working here. There's even a detailed account of the amounts donated.
Okay, I think this isn't just a coal mine.
If anything, this may belong to an anti-war group.
That means our intel was way off. But what happened? Where did everything go wrong?
We've been going down for quite a while now.
We've probably descended 200 meters or so.
Actually, hearing how far we've gone just made me feel 1,000 times more exhausted than I was.
Coal mines go down roughly a kilometer, though in certain instances they're over 4 clicks deep. This area is still just the entryway.
A first aid kit? Please, you have to stop!
Move it! Care to explain yourself?
There's no way that girl was military personnel. More likely, she was a civvy pressed into service. She wasn't in uniform. She was also carrying a first aid kit instead of a rifle.
And what makes you so sure she wasn't carrying a weapon inside it? And besides, she must have run off to report our presence to the others. That means we'll be swarmed by the enemy any moment now. Or was it something else? This is a modern war, you know. There's no room for a misguided sense of chivalry when it comes to female combatants.
If you don't want to draw attention, shooting guns and piling up bodies seems a bit counterproductive, don't you think?
Is that your official stance? In that case, you should have taken her prisoner instead of fumbling with me. Just because you let a civilian go, doesn't mean the enemy will return the favor if they get their hands on you.
I know. I apologize.
For emergencies, consider it a loaner on my authority.
Much appreciated.
It's not to make you a combat asset. It's for suicide.
Oh.
This new risk has arisen as a result of your decision to let that woman escape. Choices have consequences. You may learn that lesson the hard way.
Don't you think it's a little strange?
What is?
The entire point of our mission was to reduce the supply of fuel to enemy objects. And for this purpose, there are 3 objects deployed between both sides.
That's correct. And if Nutsray is a Faith Organization spy, I find it strange that he blew his cover the way he did without finishing us off. Expending an operative who is so deeply entrenched seems rather foolish.
What makes this mine so important that it's worth the loss of such a long-term investment?
These aren't meant for people to ride. Must have been used to transport the coal they were mining.
No, something tells me they weren't mining coal.
Why's that?
Can you see this clear granule poking out of the rock?
So what is it?
Basically, it's a lump of carbon, which is more commonly referred to as a Ah!
Yo! Quenther, what the hell are you doing down here?
Where'd you come from?
Cookman and Westy are dead. I got torn to ribbons because you screwed up! Give me an answer. And if I like it, I won't shoot you anywhere vital.
It was Nutsray. We had a Faith Organization spy. He killed Charles before turning on us. I take partial responsibility for not seeing through his cover. It's a mistake to unilaterally take things out on Quenther.
You expect us to kiss and make up just because you said so, Four Eyes?
If you insist on this course of action, you leave me no choice. Oversight is my duty. Factors that violate military regulations and cause the operation to deteriorate, I'm sworn to eliminate with extreme prejudice.
My mistake. I needed an opening to back down. Sorry you had to force it to happen.
You weren't really serious about shooting him anyway.
So what? Are the 4 of us the only survivors?
If you count the traitor, that makes 5. And I imagine it's turning into a quagmire up top. The princess and the wing balancer. Rumor is they go head-to-head, she hasn't got a chance. It's time for a war council, Quenther. You better spill all the intel you've got.
So, what is that thing you're holding there, Mr. Quenther?
What? Oh, this? Just raw diamonds.
Found you.
Preemptive strike.
I need to anticipate where it'll land. No way.
Whoa, pump the brakes, dude! So what does that mean? This place was never a military coal facility because they were too busy mining diamonds?
The legitimate kingdom military must have found out the truth about what they were really mining here, and decided to attack the Kamchatka Peninsula.
And they sent us out to fight this stupid war for resources.
Few places produce diamonds. Oceania, Africa, and South America are the leaders. However, if a completely new supply source were suddenly discovered, it would massively upset the balance of the worldwide diamond market. It's worth trillions. The major powers would do anything to control it.
To top it all off, the people who are working here aren't with the Faith Organization, but an anti-war group, making money intending to donate it to the poor in the legitimate kingdom. Which totally makes us the bad guys this time around.
That means the wing balancer and its pilot. They're fighting to uphold justice. Think about it. It's protecting pacifist civilians from the legitimate kingdom's military, who in this case are basically bandits trying to steal the diamonds.
Okay, I quit. I didn't come here to be a minion of evil, you know.
Wait, don't go!
What's up?
Don't you think something strange is going on? If the enemy wanted to keep this mine safe, why would they wait for our object right in the middle of it? The collateral damage would be incalculable.
Furthermore, they should have predicted that our forces would invade from our nearby bases in Alaska. The textbook thing to do would be to draw a defensive line in the Bering Sea.
Perhaps it's because the semi-artificial Sawtooth coastline is a perfect match to take advantage of the Wing Balancer's superior mobility.
There's a more practical reason, I think. The people working in this mine are a rare breed, even within the Faith Organization. They belong to an anti-war group that wants to engage in dialogue with other countries. In the eyes of the warmongering higher-ups, a group like this must be a real thorn in their side.
Wait, you can't be serious.
These people are a nuisance. Why not just eradicate them entirely by putting them in the middle of two battling objects?
If so, the Diamond Intel was just bait. They used it to pull the legitimate Kingdom military in to do their dirty work.
That's a possibility.
Wait, hold up, guys. This is still conjecture, right? Do we have any proof that what Mjolnir guessed is actually happening?
The Faith Organization is all about ideology, and with that mindset, they aren't very fond of differing points of view.
I guess not.
Their high command prefers to keep fanning the flames of war. That's bad news for those against it, those who wish to seek out peaceful resolutions to conflicts. That ideology is threatening to the generals.
If those in command were to take it upon themselves to massacre the pacifists and purge the dissenters, the anti-war movement would only gain sympathizers. But it all changes if the pacifists are killed by a legitimate Kingdom object, by the very people they were offering an olive branch.
And if they were destroyed by someone they were trying to help, such an atrocity would make their populace boil with hatred.
This is bad!
Whoa, hey, I know the situation sounds bad, but chill out.
Just shut up and run!
What the? Hey, Quinther!
What made Mr. Quinther suddenly freak out?
Let's follow!
Hey, Quinther, buddy, got time to explain?
It's the Princess versus the Wing Balancer. Where it is, she hasn't got a chance of winning a head-on battle, right? But the Wing Balancer's victory still hasn't been announced by the Faith Organization. Why do you think that is?
Maybe the princess is working her butt off?
An object's power is absolute. In combat between two of them, there's no room for miracles. But what if the enemy's objective isn't to destroy the Baby Magnum, but to lure it to a target location instead?
I smell what you're stepping in. But what specifically do you plan to do?
The way things are going, the people working in this mine will all be killed in the ensuing chaos.
We continue the mission!
What?
We head for Point 2 and upload the sabotage program to the radar facility directly.
So then we stick with the original operation.
But the enemy forces already know we're here!
Doesn't matter, we've gotta move it. Unless, of course, you'd prefer we bull rush that 200,000-ton war machine.
Oh, come on, really? Why can't you make the sensible call for once and just tell us it's time to run away?
So that's how you want to play it.
What's your game plan?
There's no purpose in continuing this game of tag. I'm going to target the mine instead. Of course! Even without defeating the enemy object, if we capture the mine, we win the battle, right?
Classic stratagem. Don't attack directly, go after what they value. Be on the lookout, Princess. The enemy must have anticipated that we'd eventually attack the mine.
As soon as I've locked onto the coal mine, the enemy object should land to intercept me. Given equal footing.
Please don't charge in blindly, Princess. I know you can be surprisingly short-tempered. Just don't let yourself be provoked this time. A freaking powered suit?
Damn it, what the hell is that?
It's not a worker, that much is certain.
I know it's you, you coward. I can practically feel you smirking behind all that steel armor, you arrogant traitor.
Stop it!
Quinther!
Forget it, Avia! That gun, it isn't strong enough to punch through his armored plating! You'd only get killed by all the ricochets!
But dude!
Don't shoot him, Avia!